Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. We are here, very special night, little chilly, but you know what? There's some hot action here at Laguna Seca for the Rennsport Reunion 7 edition for 2023. But you know what? Tonight's night is all about what happens on the track and what you could do when you're behind the wheel of a Porsche. Let me go ahead and introduce you to the all-new 2024 Porsche 911 GT3 R Rennsport. But before we get into this track-focused, fine-tuned Porsche that you can get behind the wheel of, let's talk about what's going on here. 75 years of Porsche. It's been one hell of a ride, and it's continuing to go through the journey and the process. What Porsche has done with this 992 generation is they brought out the GT3, they brought out the GT3 RS. We brought you the 911 ST, of course, but now it's a special time to take what you find on the racetrack, like here at Laguna Seca, and be able to take it to your local tracks. This car is basically a GT3 R on steroids, because remember, the GT3R under FIA regulations has certain rules that they must stick to. Well, guess what? With this not being an actual race car, but a track car, they can throw the rule book out and they can push the limits of the 911 to new heights. So what I want to find out is this the ultimate 911 ever? Let's go ahead, let's dive into this car and find out. Right off the bat, you're gonna notice that familiar look. And it's crazy because just like when we were at the Rolex 24 at the start of the race season, it looks like one of those actual race cars. At the front of the business, you'll see all the work that they did with the aero. We have our traditional 911 headlight. Used to be round, that more oval shape, still keeps the identity. And what I love about 911s, it's all about evolution rather than revolution. You'll notice all the functional aero. These are pieces that have been added through wind tunnel testing, track testing, all carbon fiber. The car weighs around 3,100 pounds, which is crazy. Now, as we come across the front of it, you'll notice that extra width. Being a GT3R, this is a Rennsport edition, all that celebration, massive openings that help channel air. Because remember, it's not just about big wings, it's also about how you manage the air around the car. And the designers and engineers got to do a lot of work with that aero. As we come across the front, you'll notice with the wire mesh, you have the carbon fiber front splitter. Everything is track ready. Up on the hood, of course, you're gonna have your functional hood pins to keep the hood down. And as we rise up, what do we have going on? That single radiator. Remember, the GT3 RS was the first production, street production 911 to have a single radiator up front. This car has it. You have a fuel cell. It's basically turnkey, ready to rock and roll at your favorite track. Now, as we come around the bend, what are we working with? Wheel and tire setup. So you're gonna notice you have these BBS forged aluminum wheels, the Porsche AP Racing brakes. Of course, you have your two-piece rotors, ginormous California kitchen pizza-sized rotors, and that's gonna give us that ultimate braking capability. Look at the aero. Louis is gonna show you the aero coming from the front end of the vehicle. We have the new Michelin Pilot Sport race slicks to give you that ultimate grip. But the way that they curve all the bodywork to channel the air down the side of the vehicle is fascinating. Now, as we kind of swing it around, Lori's gonna show you how they channel the air down the side of the vehicle. So you think about a GT3 RS, think about just the extremes, and you can see how you have cameras. They actually build in cameras to allow you, when you're inside the vehicle, to know what's going on behind you, all that carbon fiber. And then from the side, what's great is you're gonna have about 7 different colors to choose from, and they're only making 77 of these, and that's it. So something all new that Porsche has not attempted to do yet, they're bringing it with this car. Coming down the side, you notice all the carbon fiber. We're gonna let you inside. Porsche's given us access to open up the door and let you inside. The way that you have all of that functionality with the airflow. And what's great is when we talk about more air, we talk about more downforce, of course we're going to talk about more horsepower. And this is one of the things where if you look at the IMSA WeatherTech series, they have a strict rule book that they have to follow. And one of the things that helps fine tune all that is the BOP, balance of performance. This car here has a 4.2 liter flat six engine. Think about that. The normal GT3 and GT3 RS has a 4 liter flat six. This has a 4.2. So we bumped up displacement. We're talking about over 700 horsepower and a red line around 9,500 RPM. That to me is mind-blowing. As we come down the side, that airflow, just like I said, just like the GT3 R race car, this track car is gonna be the perfect track day weapon, working our way towards the rear. Now, Porsche, especially when it comes to their style, you have your air suspension, you have your single locking lug, of course, and when it comes to style, they like to take from history. Check out the rear wing on this car. You're looking at basically a wing styled after the mighty Porsche 935 race car. Massive rear wing. Lori's gonna show you on the back end how you have many different levels of adjustability, full carbon fiber. They actually made these unique stakes at the back based off the Porsche 962. And then of course, what's great about it is you're gonna get all those fine touches you see on a lot of great Porsches, that LED lighting with the Porsche name. We got that titanium exhaust, the carbon fiber everywhere. This thing is amazing. One of the things, of course, is underneath the car, all of the airflow that's going to be channeled underneath the car to help give us that downforce. But this actually has more downforce, more horsepower than the IMSA WeatherTech Series GTD race car. And this is something that you could show up at Watkins Glen, at COTA, at Sebring, at Daytona on your track day and be able to drive yourself. But why not go ahead, let me give you a little taste of what it sounds like, and then we're gonna dive in to the interior and see where you're gonna be sitting in this GT3 R Rennsport.
Dreams have defined us, but sport has made us. Because sport is a mindset that pushes us forward.
For the limit, it has to be right now. He's going to try the engine and he follows it.
For us, it is a gift, the essence of our drive.
Out of the corkscrew.
It takes our dreams and makes real change out of it. Welcome, a Porsche 911 embodies this world like no other before.
All right, guys, thanks to Porsche and the relationships we have built, we're gonna let you take a peek inside. Just like getting into your GT3 RS, this GT3 R Rennsport reunion, you open up the door, what do we have? To the door panels, all carbon fiber. Love the way you just have a cloth tab there to close the door. And then you'll see all the work that they put into their race car, safety-wise, is there. Look at the carbon fiber bracing that they have for the driver here as you're gonna be protected. So don't think this is just about extra performance. You're getting all that extra protection, and the great news is it's all carbon fiber. Now, the only thing that this carries over from the GT3R is the roof and this sill area. Other than that, all of this is unique to this GT3R Rennsport. As we go in, there's that race steering wheel. All the adjustments that the drivers make, you get to make as well. No air conditioning. You'll notice a hose sticking out of the dash. That is basically for airflow for you to be cooled. And then look at the dash, full digital. You got that large gear indicator in the center, all the vital information down in the pedal box. Of course, no clutch. You have a sequential 7-speed transmission in here, and then that's gonna give you those fast shifts, all carbon fiber, and then the seat, of course, made by Porsche and Race Tech, gonna hold you in like a mother holds their newborn baby. You'll also see across the way the screens for the cameras. So that's where that camera technology is gonna come into play, and the seat uses technology for cooling. So if you're wondering, well, Joe, how am I gonna stay cool? Is it the air conditioning? No, there's no air conditioning, but the seat has special cooling with it. But these are the crazy things that we like to bring to you here from Rennsport Reunion. We're gonna come back up to the front and do a little bit of squeezing, a little bit of playing here. I'm gonna squat back down because I love being close to these race cars, and it's just amazing to see Porsche taking this leap. You know, we have a lot of other brands, Ford, Chevrolet, they all think that they're bringing the extreme, especially like Ford with the Mustang GTD. This is that track day weapon where basically you are in a full-on race car. And if you're wondering at the end of the day, how much is this? Like I said, they're making 77 examples. To get one, it's gonna cost you a little over $1 million. But the great news, like I said, is you're getting a race prepped right from Stuttgart. Rennsport means racing sport, and here we are with this track car. But if you think that this thing is worth it, let me know down in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. I'll come back for more. Definitely got to give it up to Lori for working that camera like a champ. Thank you to all the subscribers for your wonderful support. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.